So we are. We're talking about March 26th, and the implications and really what happened, and DMAC. Again, I always go back to this too. I can't underscore, because as I said last segment, and I've told you this many times and said this on the air many times, I didn't think you guys could do it. The loss to the Avalanche the previous year kind of broke me, and I didn't think it was going to happen. But winning that, for me, and this is me, and I know I'm weird, I guess I've been told. For me, winning that game was more important than the fight. To me as a fan, it was.
I'm trying to...
because that showed me it was possible.
Neil, here's the thing. I try to make it was imperative to us as players, too, that the number one priority was winning the game, right? Yes. Like I tell everybody, if it didn't play out the way it did and it was at the end of the game or whatever, would I have done something stupid and jumped in their bench or something? Probably. But thank God didn't make me do that. Like I would have done something. Like there's something would have happened if it came down to it. But our focus, and that's why when I tell the story, right, the only thing between any of us that was ever verbally said about the incident or what was going to go on or anything like that, ever, was between me and Drapes in the hospital, getting him out of the hospital 2 days after the accident. The only time. When I got him in the car and I looked him straight in the face, I said, don't worry, I'll take care of it.
Oh, man, yeah.
And I asked him where he wanted to eat with his jaw wired shut and stuff, but it was a loaded question. It was gnocchi. It was gnocchi at Andiamo, because everybody knows his love of gnocchi. And by the way, if your buddy's got his jaw wired shut and his face broken in half, it takes 4 hours, Neil. 4 hours to eat a stinking plate of gnocchi. Oh, I digress. I was still drinking then. I was drunk on a boat, so I don't care. But 4 hours for anybody there if your buddy gets all messed up. But no, winning the game. And we never talked about it. And I love hearing my teammates, talk about today. Like Shanny has come out and said, no, we never ever talked about it. But we sort of knew that if something was going to be done, I got first crack, right? It's sort of going through the line.
Yeah.
I've never heard you ask this before. And it just kind of popped in my head, because you've maintained that it wasn't like, here's the checklist, here's how it's going to go, I'm going to do this. You said it was never talked about. It looked orchestrated, like with the team, like you talked about with Shanny and what he did, where everyone knew what was going down in the moment. They knew, even though it wasn't talked about.
So battle stations, right? Shit hits the fan, fight or flight, right? Us hockey guys are fighters, for the most part, or you insulate the fighter, right? You don't put them in that position, but everybody on the ice, and that's why it's so. That's why the story narrated as Larry Onoff initiated it. That's the whole thing.
That gets overlooked.
That's the little things, right? The elders, the wisest. I mean, maybe it's me pleading in society these days as fucked up as everything is that with somebody with a little bit of elder wisdom that's been around, maybe just the tide a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it was battle stations. I mean, it was like that, but that's junior mentality. Dude, if your buddies are in it, you're all in. Mike Vernon, out of the net. Not even thinking about it.
Yeah,
Guys to battle stations. And the best part, right? The best part, Nick Lidstrom and whoever else, go over to the corner and watch. Right? Whoever, all your different guys, and Forsberg and Larry Off, they're not going to hurt each other. Rolling around on the ice, let the men, take care of the men's stuff. And so that's battle stations. And it's just sort of like knowing at the end of the day. But it's like, that's just second nature. And like I saw somebody in the chat thread, yes, Joey Kosher had 104 temperature that game. He didn't play. Right, so I think because he wasn't in the lineup, also it not only proved to us, he's our pop and our heavyweight and stuff like this, but we were team tough, and I think that it permeated throughout the rest of the league and everybody else, and is the fact that that's the last thing that we needed them. We always needed them to think that they weren't tough enough for our team, and our team toughness, because it's power in numbers. We're not gonna send out Goliath, right? Even though you have your Joeys and whatever like that, but we're gonna Vladdy, and Shanny and D-Mac and Marty and Drapes and all, you know what I mean? We're gonna get you that way. And it was team toughness and that camaraderie to this day that when push came to shove in the biggest moment of all, we were all in it together. And that's what you can never take away from. And that's when I tell you, what do I always say? When the guy next to you is more important to you than you are to yourself, because that's all that is. You have no care about yourself, right? It's all about your teammate. For me, it was about retribution and personal. This was as personal as anything's ever been to me because of what he did to my best friend. And I know it's hockey and all that stuff. So, again, thank you, God.
Where was Sergey in all this? He was protected, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
He
all
wasn't
right.
even on the ice.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
The guns were protected. The
Absolutely.
shenanigans.
You can't be doing this stuff when Sergey's out around and out there. We can't be putting him in the line of fire. Right. You know what I'm saying?
100,000,000%.
Thank you.
And then we didn't. That's why, and you're right. It played out like an orchestra.
What you got, KG?
Yeah, so everybody asked you how you felt leading up to it. How did you feel immediately after you get your revenge for Draper, you get sent to the box? What is your immediate feeling after that?
My immediate feeling after is I'm in the locker room and watching the replay because I don't know why. Like, we're watching the replay of all this going down, and it's one of these things is, I got him. Yeah. I got him good because when I smashed his face against the boards and I need him, it was that,
icing on
that was my version of American History X curb stomp.
Yeah,
to get away with it, right? Like, but the greatest, and if you can pull this, I don't know if we can pull this up or whatever, but if you watch the video that's replayed, there's a moment at the end because I'm always last off the ice and whatever that Drapes is waiting for me and we hug. Nothing said, but that hug there is everything.
Yeah.
Right? Just, I got you, brother. And it's one of those things that's what I was put here to do. Mm. And I'm never afraid of being first or, death doesn't, I'll be dead and you got to worry about it then. But just because that was the greatest brotherhood moment, right, that we still to this day, and it's, I don't know, it's just out of anything when everybody just asks me about what is the greatest, history is so important. Without this moment, being a part of it, and it's not about me, right? Forget it. It's not about me. It's about us. It's about us on the ice sticking up, but it's us, the fans, and it's us, and it's a wing wheel car, and you wonder why I can walk around LCA and get the love that I get and around this state and around the whatever like this to what it is. I appreciate that. That's what keeps me here. Yeah, is to have that effect, and just it's love, Kenny. Yeah, it was just love that to be, and I don't. Yeah, that's such a great question because it felt like I did my job, but it felt like more so is it's my brother, man. Yeah. I mean, I always joke around is like, but I'm not joking. If this happened in real life, right? Yeah. It's commissary.
I get you.
So,
that's real.
Yeah. I can't say anything more than grateful.
Krista says you got the love over here in Germany too, D-Mac. So appreciate you tapping in from Germany.
What is that? Danke?
Danke.
Yeah, Danke.